Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Tuesday Night Happy Hour with Back to Basics Dog Training. So this is our second edition on Tuesday nights. I'm hoping we get the word out there. We get a ton of viewers and a ton of questions going. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Leon. I'm the trainer here over at Back to Basics Dog Training. And each and every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I bring to you this live free dog training Q&A session where no questions are off limits regarding your dogs. I'm here to help. So type in your comments. Let me know you're here watching, where you're watching from. Give me a shout out. Let me know you're here. Being interactive makes me feel so much more alive, and I get more energetic as the show goes on. The more and more people I see interacting with me. So put your comments in. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. That'll do my heart real good. And for those who, good morning, Tara, I'm sorry. Good morning, good evening. I was just going to get insane. For those of you who also know, I do a Saturday morning live, happy coffee with Back to Basics Dog Training every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you get me twice in a week. Hopefully that's really good. Hello, Pia. Well, my stupid chair lock went out again on me. So, greetings from Smithtown. Thank you for joining us, Mark. Tara from Long Island, formerly now living in Charlotte. Well, me too. I'm in Fort Mill, Indian Land, actually, right over the border, right near Ballantyne. Hello, Mary. Hello, Phyllis and Junior from Brooklyn. This is so great. This does me so much good. So, Tara, welcome to the Carolinas. I'm loving it down here. It's been a blessing for me and my family. Loving every minute. So, quick side note, guys. Today, about 20 after 7, evening from East Meadow. All right. Welcome, Judy. I was like trying to get myself psyched up to do tonight's episode. And I'm like, I need to get motivated. I need to do something. So what did I do to get myself motivated? I took Zoe for a walk. And it just getting out there with her, walking her, working on some of our basic skills, motivated me to be here tonight, guys. So, walking our dogs are a great thing. I just wanted to put that as a side note. Hello, Dante from Long Island. This is so great that we're getting all these people out here. So I'm going to start off with the topic of the week, as I always do, until I start seeing some questions coming down. And one of them was actually from one of the people that chimed in tonight, from Pia. She's got a dog who is apparently very insecure about everything on the walk. And, guys, we talk about dogs' insecurities all the time. And one of the things I want people to understand is when you're dealing with an insecure dog, one, you have to slow everything down. Don't put time limits on yourself, guys. Please don't. Before I continue with that, guys, I'm watching my feed on the video and it seems very jumpy, my video feed. Let me know in the comments if it's good for you guys, if you're seeing the same thing, or is it going as, like it should go. That's our Morgan, 2-year-old miniature schnauzer. So she's afraid of everything. So one thing is, from the human point of view, we feel bad for them. They see a leaf blow, a car come by, somebody walking, another dog, a bicycle, a cat, anything. And they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. The biggest problem as humans, what we do is we try to tell you, hello, Lisa Marie from Queens. We try to tell them it's okay, it's only a leaf, and we try to soothe them and make them feel comfortable. Remember, guys, when we're talking about the back to basics methodology of training, we're talking about going after the state of mind of the dog. Judy says that's her, same way, afraid of everything. And it just shows you, we're talking one miniature schnauzer, and we're talking a 5-month-old shepherd. It doesn't matter the size of the dog. They all go through it, and they do go through insecurity stages of growth. 5 months old is an insecurity stage. 5 months old usually, and I think around 8 or 9 months, they go through another stage of it. And it's how we handle it. How do we move them forward? So what I tell people is, one, stop feeling sorry for them. Stop trying to soothe them when they're insecure. We want to pick them up and we want to hold them and we want to tell them everything's going to be okay. We're not going to let the, but think about what we're doing. They're in an insecure state of mind. A leaf blew by. They got startled. And if you soothe them when they're in the insecure state of mind, it reinforces it. What you really want to do is when they get unsure of something, is actually say no, because there's no reason to it. And remember the four C's of training: calm, confidence, consistency gets the control you want. So you're allowed to say no to being insecure. And then your energy, your calm energy, calm confidence needs to move that dog past that blowing leaf or past that car. And you have to wait till you get to that state of mind that is totally back to calm. So it may be that leaf blows by and the dog sits there and goes, oh, I don't know what to do. They'll usually probably lock up or they try to run back towards the house or something. You got to stand your ground, breathe in the roses, blow out the candles, wait them out until their state of mind changes. Because what they have to understand is whatever is making them insecure, the leaf, the car, the bicycle, the kids walking, another dog or whatever. Right. And Judy, you said it right. I'm letting the dog sit there watching it. Is okay to do is perfect. That's where my suggestion was going to go is ask the dog to do something else. So they see the leaf, and I'm making fun of leaves right now, but they see the leaf like, nope, sit. Give them something else to do. Get their mind focused off that leaf and let them realize, oh, wait, that leaf went by. Nothing bad happened to me. And it's so important. Same way, if people are passing on the streets and they're insecure about it, you wait, you stay back a distance, let people pass. They're not here to interact with the dog. Let the dog realize that people can pass with nothing bad happening because, again, you're going after the state of mind. And when do we move forward is when they're calm. If you don't get to that calm state of mind, it makes it that much harder. It's almost impossible. Mariel asked, I'm concerned about going away on a short trip. My little guy, who is a rescuer, still gets a little crazy with other dogs when on leash. Off leash, he's friendlier, found dog-friendly lodging, but still, I hope it's going to be okay. Okay, my biggest suggestion is don't look at what he did yesterday. If you're going to be worried when you have him at this dog-friendly lodge, he tried to say, and you're out there walking him, and all of a sudden you see another dog. If you start getting tense, you're sending a bad signal because in your mind, he's going to react. He's going to react. So a lot of times, us humans get ready for the battle before it even began. We see the other dog. They haven't even spotted the other dog yet. We start tightening up on the leash. We start getting very rigid. We get rid of my 4 C's, which is the first 2 are calm, confident. And we kind of project that negative energy we don't want them to exhibit. But because we think they're going to react, we prepare for it before they do. So what I tell you to do is, okay, you see the other dog, because 99% of the time we see the dogs first. Watch. As soon as you see any change in that happy-go-lucky demeanor, what's that? You see the ears, usually the telltale signs, ears, guys, eyes. You see a change, bam, make that correction there. Don't wait for the explosion. Most people wait for the explosion, then they try to correct their dog. It's hard. Get the early warning sign. So you start watching, you see that change. Dog, bam, no, sit. Focus on me. That dog is irrelevant without that anger. But you need to be assertive. You need to know, hey, I'm in charge. I'm not going to let anything hurt you. Don't worry about it. I got you covered, Jack. And then don't move forward again until your dog is calm. Because the reward for calming is, one, you're going to praise. Good job. Good way of calming down. Whatever you're going to say. And then you're going to, the other part of the reward is you're going to move forward. It takes some time. It takes more time for the human to get to what I'm saying than the dog, but it works. And that same thing with the insecurity. Okay, we got a bunch of questions, guys. I'm going to get to them all. We have to move them past whatever it is that's causing the unwanted behavior, be it overexcitement, be it leash reactivity, be it insecurity. And the funny thing is Mary, my dog Zoe is the same way. On leash, she's not as good as she is when we're in the dog park. She is much better with other dogs in a dog park than she is on leash. She has an issue with the leash, and that is from their natural DNA because they have the fight, flight, avoidance, submission. When she's on a leash, she feels like she's trapped. She doesn't have a way to get it. So if a dog is overly excited, she doesn't want to deal with it. So she reacts in a negative manner. I've worked on it. I don't project it. None of us in our family project it, but this is, and what she is saying when she lets out a growl doesn't mean she's being aggressive towards the other dog. What she's saying is, hey, I don't like your energy. Calm down and give me my personal space. Dogs want it. We got to understand that. Joyce says, what do you do when you have a rescue that was mistreated and she spins when she's excited? Even when she wants to go out, she spins. I got her to stop cowering, but I can't get her to spinning in circles or even running around the table. Okay, so again, from a human point of view, we tend to look at their past. She was mistreated, and that sucks that she was mistreated. But we need to teach her new rules. We need to move her forward. So a lot I would do with a dog like this is definitely leash work. And when she gets excited, is disagree with that excitement. Yes, she's happy. It's hard to disagree with, especially a mistreated dog being happy. But you want to actually say, no, you want to go out? That's great. But you got to go outside calm. You got to start your process to go into the outside, be it the yard, be it on a walk, in a calm state of mind. So what you need to do is put her on a leash, and if she does the circles, let her do it. And once she kind of settles down, pop the leash, give a firm no, tell her to sit, and then wait her out. Wait till you see that, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I'm not spinning, but I'm still ready to go. I'm still ready to go. And she's looking all around you. She's not focused on you. She could care less about you. You got to wait for her to focus on you because that means her mind is changing. And when you see her mind is calm, start the process of bringing her outside in a calmer state of mind and reward her calm so much more than you do her. Don't reward excitement. Once she gets a good girl, yes, give her pets. If you want to give her treats when she's calm, that's fine. We'll get into how do you start a calm walk in a second, Pia. When she's calm, you can reward her. You can reward her. So make her earn these privileges. So if she gets excited because she sees a leash, then don't put the leash on her. Don't play into the game of excitement of chasing a dog on a leash. And Peter, this goes into what you're saying, how to start a calm walk. And it goes to the insecure dog. The insecure dog that runs away when they see the leash because I don't want to go out there. That's a big, scary world. If we put the leash on them when they're in that state of mind, yet theoretically, what? Yeah, but she's good outside or on it, but she will just spin. Yeah, the spinning is she's got all this pent up excitement. It's a new world. Yay. And you really want to disagree with it. And another thing I would definitely suggest, Joyce, is go for a good structured walk. Anybody who is not subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do. It's Back to Basics Dog Training on YouTube. Look for my logo. Look, I think it's a cover of Zoe and Maddie. If I remember when I get done tonight, I'll put the links to my YouTube channels on my Facebook page and Remember Me Rescues Facebook pages. For you guys to subscribe, there's a playlist, How to Leash Train My Dog in 5 Easy Steps. It's all about mastering the walk. And it's always talking about you never move forward unless the dog's in a calm state of mind. Pia, this is my suggestion to you as well. So you don't put a leash on a scared dog. Because if you do, you're actually rewarding the scared because they're getting affection in an unsure state of mind. You don't put a leash on an excited dog because you're rewarding the excitement. Get the leash on, yeah, we're going somewhere. Don't let them out through the threshold if they're excited, because you're representing everything as excitement. And what we all want to do is represent calm. What's up, Eric? And Joan, Eric, yeah, no, I'm not bowling this year, but when I ended last year, I was bowling and I ended up with a 205 average. So I hope that answered the question. I got to get to a couple of other ones. Our golden doodle is 1 year old, 40 pounds, crazy. How do we get him to stop jumping on our guests? Okay, this is something I'm trying to find the right dog to do a video for you guys on, because this is the biggest problem we have. But it's the same theory as what we've been talking about. And you have to set him up for success. And how do you do that? You got to have people come to your door. And it could be family members. But you want to have the leash on the door, on the dog, not on the door. And somebody's going to knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and the dog's going to go bat crazy, because that's what they do. And the normal human routine is doorbell rings, we go, we open the door. Dog's crazy. We're yelling, screaming. We're feeding into that energy because we're telling, shut up, come out, stop, come out. But meanwhile, we're just jacking them up even more. If you actually record yourselves doing it, guys, you'll see as you're getting more frantic, the dog is getting more frantic, because if energy feeds energy. You need to actually be calm, and the leash gives you connection. And then somebody rings the doorbell, knocks on the door, whatever, dog goes crazy, get the leash on the dog, firm correction, no, or nope, or hey, or whatever discipline sound, calm, sit, again, we're redirecting. And when you see that mind is starting to calm down, you start the process of going towards the doorknob. The odds are the dog will get up again and start acting stupid again. Stop the process. Correction. No, we're disagreeing with the excitement. Calm. Good. Yes. Go to open the door. Keeping the dog at a safe distance or a boundary by the door. If you can get past those steps, and when you get past those steps, you invite your guests to come in, short leash on your dog. They are not to quote Cesar Millan, no look, no touch, no talk. They're not here to address your dog. They're coming to your home to visit you and your family. They walk right past the dog, pretty much ignoring the dog. And they go to their normal place, wherever people gather in the house. Once that happens, you bring your dog to your guest only when he's in a calm state of mind. He doesn't lead you. He's with you. If he stays calm when he gets near your guests, they can start petting him. Not a lot of words in this, guys. And once they start petting him, if he starts getting excitement, you tell them to stop petting him, correct the dog, regroup, wait till they get calm, and then continue. So the only time your dog is going to get rewarded, it's not going to be when they knock on the door. Monty, what's behind door number one? And we're going to open up the door and give them their prize. The only way they're going to see what's behind door number one is when they're in a calm state of mind. The only way they're going to get the affection that they want is when they're in a calm state of mind. So eventually what happens is they learn, oh, if I want that, I need to be calm. And it takes consistency. Remember, there's those 4 C's of dog training I talk about. Calm, confidence, consistency gets control. So I hope that helped, Tara. It's definitely something I can help you with. It's something I definitely want to get on video so I can put it up on my Facebook page for you guys. Allison asks, how do you stop food obsession with a rescue dog? When a bag opens, or if you can open a bag or food item, the dog continually comes up to you wide-eyed on 2 legs. Okay, so it's the same theory as what we're talking about with the dog, with the door. Food is a source of excitement. Most people make food excitement. You want to eat? You want to eat? I'm going to feed you. Yay! Especially for rescue dogs, because we one of my dear friends up in New York rescued a dog that should be about 90 pounds. I think when she rescued him, he was about 40. And the last thing you want to do is you need to feed this dog. We need to fatten this dog up. But if you make food excited, excitement, make food a source of excitement, it's going to be a problem. So what you need to do is, again, set them up for success. And you may need two people with this, because now you're talking, hands on food and on a leash. But we would use the same theory as what I talked about at the front door. So they hear the rustle in the bag, whoever's hand on the leash would be, nope, that no longer represents excitement. Sit, same theory. Breathe in the roses, blow out the candles, because we need to stay calm. And when they're calm, we can bring them to a distance where we think it's okay for them to be there on the food, not on the hind legs. They need to be sitting there calmly. There's dogs I've worked with that as soon as they hear that refrigerator open, they could be a mile away. They're coming running because I'm going to get something, because along the way, people have either given them food coming right out of the refrigerator, or they made everything about food about excitement. Food needs to represent calm. The calmer their eating is, the healthier it is for them, because dogs that are overly excited become Hoover vacuums when they eat, and that's not healthy. You just got to slow the whole process down. They are not, when I'm in the kitchen, there's not a dog allowed near me. Period. I demand my personal space. And when I'm cooking or even getting Zoe's food ready, that is not an excitable time, because I won't feed them if they're excited. I will only feed dogs or give dogs food if they're calm. But everything I do, all rewards I do for every single dog, is learning how to reward the state of mind I want, which is a calm state of mind. And that goes to everything we've been discussing tonight. The insecurity. We tend to reward insecurity because we feel bad for them. We tend to reward overexcitement because it's cute. It isn't cute. When they jump in on my guests, they're not cute. With somebody coming in, we tend to reward them with overexcitement of food. I'm not saying you did this, Allison, but how many times do you get and the dog is so excited, we just give the dog the piece of the food, even if it's not dog food? That's rewarding that state of mind. It's always about going after the state of mind that you guys want. So, when you're dealing with insecurity, it's a lot slower process. You can't force an insecure dog. Never force an insecure dog. That becomes dangerous. Overexcitement, we can speed up the process because we need to break that cycle. So overexcitement is just taking the time. There have been dogs I've worked with that have been so excited about eating their kibble that I've actually taken the time and hand fed them piece by piece by piece. Because the only way they were going to get the food out of my hand is when they were 100% calm. So they learned, and then eventually I put some kibble in their bowl, but they were learning the process. Oh, if I want that piece of kibble out of this guy's hand, I need to be calm. Well, then I can transfer that to the bowl. And it took time, and it took patience, and it took consistency. I don't allow her in the kitchen when I'm getting her food ready, not until I put the bowl down and call her in. But again, look at her state of mind. A lot of people do that routine when they feed the dog. Sit. And they're very obedient. Dogs are very obedient. Most dogs are extremely obedient. But there's a huge difference between obedience and behavior. Behavior is the state of mind. Obedience is sit, wait till I tell you something else. That's obedience. But if you're feeding the dog, and I worked with a dog that I'd get the food, they were great. They'd sit, I put the food bowl down, they wait until we gave them a release command. But meanwhile, you saw the drool coming out and the eyes, and they never took their eyes off the food, and they literally were quivering with excitement over the food. And I would not release them until I got that. Well, how do I get the food? You need to calm down. And then if they bum rushed in, I usually do this on a leash because it gives me control. Nope. Sit. I'd also been known to pick up the food bowl. I'm not teasing them with the food because they are going to eat. But I have to make them understand that eating represents calm. So it's just taking the time to do it. Wow, makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I need to take the time Do what you recommend. Yeah, and you guys, I'm not saying it's going to be an overnight success. Nothing I talk about is an overnight success. Some dogs will get it quicker than others. Others, other dogs take longer. It's like having kids. Same theory. I worked with somebody this week, and we're talking about this overexcitement. It was a happy-go-lucky goofball of a boxer. Um, Even works for older dogs? Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything I say here works if they're puppies to seniors. It doesn't matter. Dogs live in the moment. Guys, that's the biggest thing people have to understand. That's why I kind of said, we think about the dogs past a lot. And, especially when we deal with rescue dogs. And, we all know that they went through bad lives because they're in the rescue system. It's like kids going through the foster system. We understand that there were not good times, but dogs truly need us to learn to stop living in their past. And it doesn't matter how old the dog is. It doesn't. Because if you are going to be that calm pack leader they need you to be, pack leaders don't think about the past. They're going to say, we're moving forward. And I've worked with some of the worst rescue dogs that you guys will ever want to deal with. But we move them forward in a calm, confident manner, and they follow that calm, confident energy. It's all about the energy. The calm confidence is the state of mind with the energy that you're going to put out, that you know what you're doing, you trust yourself. In order for them to trust you, for them to feel they got to trust, you got to trust them. Real quick story on this boxer that I worked with that was just a typical happy-go-lucky goofball. We were working at a big yard. It was very hard to control this dog, even for me, who can control a lot of dogs easily. Too many distractions, but that's okay. It was a puppy. But, at one point, Dad had to go inside to do something. Came back outside. Dog saw him, of course. Daddy's here. Yay. And I said, just ignore him. Walk right past him. And he did. I said, don't even look at him. Look at me. And he walked right past him. And the dog who's going, oh, wait a second. What happened? And instead of running around like, follow Dad. How do you change your energy? Guys, that is the hardest thing for me to do with my customers, is convince them that it works. That's why, sometimes seeing me with people's dogs, seeing is believing. Unfortunately, you're up on Long Island and I'm down here, and I understand that. But you have to believe in the system that I'm talking about. You have to check your own energy. You can't go out there saying, oh my God, this is going to be a disaster. Rewrite that narrative. Rewrite it. You're only on chapter 1 right now. We still got 27 more chapters or whatever to go. So we can rewrite the narrative as we go along. And instead of going out there saying, I don't want to, I'm going to have success. I work with dogs all the time. And, dogs that are reactive to different things. And, if I'm walking them out on a street, and I know that, from what the owners tell me, they're going to react to such and such and such and such a thing. Or they're going to get 3 houses down and they're going to lock up. They're not going to want to go anymore. My mindset doesn't think about that. When I walk with these dogs, I visualize, okay, I'm going to get down the block to that first stop sign. That's where I'm going to be. We're going to have a great trip. I don't even think about anything else. I visualize the outcome I want. Because if I visualize the outcome I want, it makes my energy changes, because I'm visualizing getting from point A to point B, and it makes my energy different. It's not the, oh crap, what if? I never, ever, ever think of the what if. What if is going to get you in trouble? What if my dog reacts? Well, if it does, fix it. But you can't go there thinking about it, because if you go in there thinking about it, you're going to create it. The best way I can describe how energy changes things, and I use it because I'm proud of the fact I'm a huge, I may piss off people right now, but Yankee fan. And I used to take the girls to see a game at Yankee Stadium. in the Bronx, not the best section of the world, guys. And I would never park in the structure of the garage. So most of the time I took the train there, which again, we're walking through the Bronx. I never went to the subway stations that were right there because they were packed filled with people. So I'd park my car 10 blocks away, or I'd walk to a subway station that was further away so I didn't have to deal with the massive crowds. But when I walked through the Bronx, I walked as if I owned the Bronx. And then walk around saying, okay, what's going on? Something's going to happen. Something, there's smugglers out here, whatever. My energy couldn't be there. First of all, if I did that, what would I tell my girls? How much trust would they have? How much confidence would they have? So when I do it with the dogs, it's the same thing. Be it an insecure dog. When I walk with an insecure dog, I get more confident because I know I need to project an energy to this dog saying, I am not going to put you in a position that's going to hurt you. Trust me. You have to build the trust. And what I would tell you to do, Pierre, don't worry about walking out on the street right now. Practice your energy in the house and in your yard. Practice it there where there's less distractions. You'll have more confidence because if they pull and they get off leash for whatever reason, if you're in your yard, they're safe. Practice it in controlled environments. And so I was telling this people with this happy-go-lucky goofball boxer, it's very hard for us to work in as much space as they have. It's not controlled enough. So the dog was able to run around me a million times out of excitement before I was able to get my hands on it to teach it. This is unacceptable. And he got it. I mean, by the time I left, he was passed out pretty much from exhaustion, from me challenging him mentally. But the energy has to come from you. You have to believe it. You have to believe what you're doing. You have to trust yourself in order for him or her to trust you. Mary says, also he has intermittent phobias who randomly get afraid of climbing the stairs. I encourage him occasionally when he cries for a long while. We don't want to carry him up. Absolutely do not make the mistake of carrying up. That's a great thing. Eventually he comes up the stairs. We don't know why he occasionally defaults back to his phobias. Who knows why? I wish I could answer questions like that. Why? I don't know why. All I know is how we can proceed to move them forward, and you're doing the right thing. Encouragement. And for stuff like this, if you want to, work with treats, but try to get the mind to be calm and then invite them up. Because whatever reason, I don't know what the reason is. I wish I could tell you. My granddog Brody, every so often, on the nice hardwood floors my kids have, he'll be standing there, he'll be fine, he'll be walking around, all of a sudden something spooks him, and and he's off the hardwood floors. I don't know what it is, and it doesn't matter. We just don't make a big deal out of it. And it sounds like you're doing that. You're not making a big deal out of it. You're letting him try to figure it out on his own. Just keep encouraging him. Keep encouraging him to come upstairs if that's what you want. You're doing the right thing. You definitely don't want to carry him. The only thing I would say to make sure it's a phobia, not pain related. I don't know how old he is. He may have arthritis. Maybe something's bothering him. I'm not sure. It's something maybe on your next vet visit, just check, because it may be something that's not a phobia, maybe pain related. I mean, dogs do get pains like we do. It's crappy rainy out today. Me walking up and down the stairs to take Zoe out was kind of painful on my knees because I'm getting older. How do you keep a dog off the couch? How do you keep a dog off the couch? He'll be 3 in February. Hey, again, I don't think it's probably not arthritis, but you never know. I mean, some of the breeding that goes on in this world, they don't breed properly. If it's through a breeder or it's a rescue dog, bad genes and max it. Anything could be possible. It can't hurt to ask a vet just to make sure. If not, just keep it encouraging the calmer state of mind, and it's okay to be on the stairs. How do you keep a dog off the couch? It's hard once they get into the habit of being on the couch, but you can always do it. Again, I believe in keeping my slip leash close by if I don't want the dog on the couch, but I don't use the word off when they jump on the couch and I don't want them. It's first no. No is my discipline word, guys. Remember, use the KISS theory of training. Keep it simple, stupid. One discipline sound for any unwanted behavior. So if they're going up on the couch, it's not off, it's no. You're not allowed to do this. Check for Lyme disease. That's a good thing. Cindy, thank you for that suggestion. I totally forgot about it. It affected my pup, affected their joints. Yeah. Lyme, and it's more subtle in dogs than I think it is in humans. It may be something you may want to have your vet check, Mary. That's great suggestion. Thank you, Cindy. And it flares up intermittently, from what I understand, on humans and dogs when it affects the joints. It's not a constant thing. So if I had a dog that I didn't want on the couch, one, I would always have my slip leash near me just in case, but I would never physically remove the dog from a couch. Because if I physically remove them, I'm doing the work and they're not learning anything. So I will grab them by the collar. I'll apply a little bit of pressure. Let me do it on this side. It'll be easier. A little bit of pressure. And I'll say, no, off. And then I'll start guiding with a little bit of pressure. Once I get off, I'll release the pressure. Good. Then the normal routine is they're going to try to jump right back on the couch. And then you got to block. No, they're not allowed on the couch. If that's what you choose. I have no problem with dogs being on the furniture. They should be invited up on the furniture. They shouldn't make the decision on their own. But again, I don't think dogs should make many decisions on their own. But it's a repeating of the process. It's that consistency. Every single time the dog gets on the couch, if you're catching them jump, it's no. Because you're going to discipline them in the moment. If they're already on the couch, it's not no. Because you already missed your discipline opportunity, then it's the basic obedience command off. If that makes sense. So no is a discipline word. So if they're jumping on your guests, it's not down, it's not off, it's no. If the puppy is picking up shoes and chewing shoes, it's not leave it, it's no. Any behavior you don't ever want them to exhibit again, when you catch them, it's no. Or nope, or hey, or whatever discipline sound you use. And then you follow with the obedience command in the couch situation. Be no, off. Jump, chewing the shoes. No, leave it. Or drop it, actually, at that point. Leave it to me. I don't ever use that. I do use it for their food. Leave it, because I'm going to give it to them eventually. Leave it to me is I'm going to give it to you eventually. So if it's shoes, I'm never going to give it to them. So if they have it in their mouth, it'd be nope. Drop it. So the discipline word is still there, and then the obedience command follows it. If that makes sense, guys, put in the comments if this stuff makes sense. Let me know. It does me good that I'm getting through. The hardest thing, guys, is to understand that the best form of communication we have with our dogs is truly energy is the most important form of communication with our dogs. So do you do the same thing if your child is on the couch and the dog is looking for food? Say no and guide them off. Absolutely. Whenever somebody's eating, guys, I don't care if it's a child, an adult, or whatever, your dog should understand to give no space. Think about, because the kids need to represent that they're the pack leaders. And if you think about dogs in the wild, if the pack leader, the alpha dog, is eating, nobody's going near it, that food. They will get hurt. So I know, again, when I eat, and I don't care if it's my dog or if I'm watching your dogs, when I'm eating, there's no dog within allowed 5 feet of me. Period. End of discussion. You are not allowed near me. And I demand my personal space. I would definitely demand my personal space from a dog. So when I used to board dogs in my house in Middle Play up when I lived up north, I'd eat in my chair in my living room. Guest dogs would try to get right there. What are you eating? What are you eating? What are you eating? And I'd get up, nope, move, go lay down, something. They learn very quickly. Ooh, this guy's the alpha. We're not going to mess with him. You need to advocate for your kids when they're eating on the couch. Boom, no. But when anybody's eating, they have to give space. That's why I don't like dogs in my dining room when we eat in the dining room. Would I allow Morgan to greet other dogs and people when reactive? Absolutely not. Absolutely 100% unequivocally no. If she's reacting in anything but a calm state of mind, she should not be interacting with people or dogs. An insecure dog will tend to bite if they feel cornered. Remember, fight, flight, avoidance, submission. If they have the flight mechanism and on leash they can't get away, they are going to resort to a fight. Allison, I'm glad this is helping you. Guys, please, if this information is helping you, I do this every Tuesday night and every Saturday morning. Like I said, please share this with your friends and relatives and people, fellow dog lovers around the country and around the world. If you're part of rescue groups, when I post this out there, share it with the different rescue groups. Let's get more and more interaction on here, because I think I'm going to start doing specific topics on some of these shows, and one of them is going to be geared towards rescues. I think, I'm not sure yet, but I'll post everything out there. Yeah, you don't let dogs interact with anything unless they're in a calm state of mind. Me personally, and this is just a personal opinion, I believe in pack walks. I don't believe in dogs interacting when they're on leashes. Well, they don't need to be right up each other's butts to smell each other. They can be at a distance and smell each other and get a good gist of everything. Energy, what they ate for breakfast, whatever. On leash is not about playtime or interaction. It's about traveling. Where they can get closer is when they're off leash in a secured dog park type area, backyard, whatever. I don't like dogs interacting on leashes. One, again, because it takes away that one mechanism of flight, so it could turn to a fight very quickly. Two, if they get overly excited, humans get wrapped up in leashes and we fall down and go boom. And we get hurt and we can't help if there is a situation. How do you feel about dog parks? My friend wants to bring her dog there to get used to other dogs. Okay, dog parks are... Okay, I have no problem with dog parks, personally. I have a problem with the people in the dog parks. Dog park concept, great. People there, not so great. People tend to be at dog parks doing this and not paying attention to their dogs. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I personally have no problem with dog parks. I brought my dogs. I bring other dogs to dog parks. It's another video I'm trying to get out there. I may be working with one of my granddogs, my little husky, because he gets overly excited around other dogs. And there's a way to bring a dog. If you're going to bring a dog into a dog park, they cannot go into the dog park area if they're excited. Because it's too hard to control. So when I've worked with dogs in dog parks, and I've done this, is the walk from the car to the first park, because every dog park that I've ever seen has two gate type of theories. So the walk from the car to the first gate has to be calm. I need to be in control. State of mind has to be calm. When I get into that first gate, the staging area, and I take the leash off, I look around to see, first of all, how are the dogs reacting in the park? Are they bum rushing the fence? If they are, I'm not going to bring them in, because that means they're too excited. My job is to keep my dog calm. I'm going to work on keeping my dog calm. And then using my threshold management theory, where I go through the threshold first, as long as my dog is in a state of calm and I can control other dogs at that gate area, because I don't care that other people are in there. That's just who I am. If I can control them because their excitement's not too high, I will invite my dog into the dog park in a calm state of mind. I will let them go explore, but I will watch everything going on in the dog park, and I stay close to my dog. And if anytime I see my dog's excitement level is getting too high, I put a leash on, take them out, and when we start over. The only way the dogs that I work with or I bring into dog park stay in the dog park is if they are calm. Because I'm going to tell you now, insecurity results in, situations, Overexcitement turns to aggression very quick in dogs. If I won't go to a dog park if I see somebody who brought a tennis ball or frisbee in, because they're just promoting excitement in this dog park, and I don't want to be around that excitement. So as long as I can observe everybody else, I focus more on my dog, but I watch every dog. I look at body language. I mean, there's a lot that goes through my mind, but I also advocate. If my dog's acting like an idiot to another dog, I will advocate for that other dog. But again, I have enough confidence in myself that that other dog is acting like an idiot to other dogs. I will advocate for the other dogs too. And some people don't like it, but I don't care because I'm going to make sure when I'm in a dog park, all dogs are safe. I have no problem with the dog parks. I think we can start a new way of doing dog parks, and it should be all based on calm. What is the best way to get your dog to walk on a leash, adult and senior? Definitely, Allison, go to my YouTube channel, Master the Walk. I mean, it's how to leash train your dog in 5 easy steps. It's all about rewarding the calm. So I'm going to go into, it's 5 episodes on walking a dog, and people think I'm nuts. So I'm going to go into it real quick here. The first step is we take the leash out. They get excited. I said earlier, do not put the leash on the dog in an excited state of mind. Just don't do it. Sit down, like make them come over to you and say, why aren't you putting the leash on me? Sit. Calm. Great. Clip the leash on. You start the process of getting from where you are to the door where you're going to go out to the outside world. They are not to drag you there. If they get overly excited, stop, bring them back next to you, paint an imaginary X there, make them sit. When you think they're calm, start the process of walking towards the door. If they get excited, regroup, go back to that imaginary X and start over. It's all about not moving forward until they're calm. And they're going to learn. We're going to bolt to the door. Nope, you're not. Come back here. I'm going to bolt to the door. No, you're not. Come back here. Well, how do I get there? Calm down. They learn it. That's episode 1. Episode 2 is about threshold management. Threshold management to me is the most important part of the walk. I've said in my seminars that I've given on mastering the walk that if it takes you you have an hour dedicated to your walk, and it takes you 45 minutes to get out the door in a calm state of mind, your walk's 15 minutes because mentally you kick the living crap out of your dog, they'll be exhausted. Threshold management's real important. That front door, and this helps with the overexcitement for your guest as well, because we're going to represent the front door as being, or the door being calm. They have to be able to be calm when you open the door. You should be able to walk out that front door, holding the leash by the handle, calm, soft, not holding it, holding it. And you invite your dog out through that threshold. And they have to go through that threshold like ladies and gentlemen. If they bolt out at 700 miles an hour, they come back into that imaginary exit the door till they learn to walk through the door. If you can't control putting the leash on the dog in episode 1 and mastering walking out that door calmly, there is almost no way to control that excitement once you're outside because there's so much stimulus out there. Everything is out there. So if we can't control, even when, if you can't control that inside your house world, how can you expect to control the outside part? It's no different than if you don't control your kids inside, how do you expect to control them when they're in the public? You're just not going to get the same control. Then, so we passed episode 1, episode 2. Episode 3 is about structure. The walk should be about structure, guys, not about anything else but structure. And what do I mean by that? Short leash, not smelling the ground, not peeing and pooping at this point. We're traveling. We're going from point A to point B, and I'm in control. I'm the driver. I'm the Uber. We're going from point. So you're not going to be dragging me over to the fence post or the mailboxes and sniffing everything, because then if they're doing that, they're in control. That's why it's a short leash. They're not smelling the ground. They don't need to have their nose on top of things to know what things are. Their sense of smell is strong enough. Take my word for it. So when you're walking, it's a short leash. If they start to pull, they start to do anything you don't like, no, and you're going to repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's episode 3. It's all about structure. During episode 3, I call it classroom. We're in classroom. They got to follow the teacher's directions. And during the classroom, you should be able to make left-hand turns, right-hand turns, figure eights, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around. Your dog should follow you no matter what you do. You're in control. But again, it starts with being calm and confident. After, and I'm going to use the magic hour. So we did 20 minutes of the structured walk. We went from point A to point B. After that, if you choose, you can give the full leash and they can smell, pee, poop, do whatever they want to do within reason. And my public service announcement, if your dog poops in public, please clean up after it. After, and I say within reason because they're still not allowed to pull you too much. If they start pulling too much, you're going to correct them because there's still rules during recess in school. And then the last episode is episode 5, which is back to structure to go back home. So it's a repeat of episode 3, basically. If you master episode 1 and episode 2, episode 3, 4, and 5 are easier. But you have to master episode 1 and 2, and especially episode 2. So again, I will put the links on the different Facebook pages, guys. For my YouTube channel, find the playlist, How to Leash Train My Dog in 5 Easy Steps. Master episode 1 before you go to episode 2. Master episode 2 before you go to episode 3, and so forth and so on. Sarah asked, how do I get my dog to like treats? I need something to bribe him with, and he's not interested in treats. I tried a bunch. Well, of course, my question is, why do you need to bribe your dog to do something? Your dog should want to do something because you asked them to do it. And, I'm not a treat trainer, guys. I think anybody who's ever worked with me knows I'm not big on treats. But if you need to have certain behaviors corrected that are important to you and you're going to use food, what I would suggest is use real food. Boil up some chicken, no seasonings, cheese, low sodium hot dogs, something that has a better sense of smell than the freaking regular treats that we buy. If you have to use real food, but make it whatever you're bribing him to do, make sure it's important. I'd rather the dog respond because you asked them. Again, I'm going to use Zoe as the example. I did not treat train Zoe on 99% of the behaviors that most people would treat train. I didn't use treats to get her to sit. I didn't use treats for a lot of things. I used treats for what were high value to me. What's high value to me? When she was a puppy, potty training. It's important to me. And she got treated outside where she went potty. Not inside when she came back in because dogs are too smart. Ooh, go outside, come back in, I get a treat. So when she went potty outside, she got a treat. She got the praise, but I worked on more of the praise. Good girl, yes, good poopy, good pee-pee, whatever it was. And I used turkey breast. Yeah, you can use turkey breast. Reward the dog. Okay, that's no problem. But Zoe's reward is my happiness. The other thing I worked with Zoe on treats was the recall command, the come command, because that's important to me. So I use treats for that. The only other thing I really use treats for most other dogs is the place command. But if you're going to reward with treats, reward with energy too. Not just give treats for the sake of giving treats. There are some dogs that are just not food motivated, and that's okay. But your praise, they always want. So if my dog does really, really good, good girl, and I have a lot of fun with it, and my energy changes. They read, like I say, right? How do I do it? Let's try it. No, there, somewhere over here. You see it on the bottom of the screen. Energy is the most important form of communication, and it is. So if I'm happy with Zoe, she knows it. But when I'm disappointed, she knows it. And she does disappoint me every so often. Not often, but every so often. I used the story I told her a few months ago. I was walking her off leash. She saw a stray cat, and she chose not to listen to me. She went after the cat. I called her. She basically said, F you. Kept going. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Cat ran up a tree. She realized I can't get the tree. I called her back to me because now her excitement wasn't so high. So she actually realized I was there. And my energy was so disappointing that when she walked over to me, her head was low. It took the longest time for her to get back to me. She got about 2 feet in front of me, laid down, gave me a belly, and submitted to me saying, oh, crap, I screwed up. I'm in trouble. And all I did was say, okay, let's go, because she self-punished. But how did she self-punish? She read my energy. I didn't have to say, what did you do? I called you, you didn't. No. She understood it because my energy changed. I wasn't happy. I wasn't angry. I was disappointed. Like kids, when we get disappointed, our dogs know it. Dogs know our energy so well, guys. How many times have you been upset and not said anything to a human, but your dog knows it? Because your energy just changes. They read that. So if you want to reward your dog and you're truly, truly happy with the behavior that you just got, that's a better reward than anything I can give them food wise. And it is, because they understand the energy. So, guys, we're at the magic hour mark. We're going to be wrapping this up for tonight. I appreciate everybody being here with me tonight. Tonight was a great night. We're going to be looking forward to next Tuesday night. If there's a subject, guys, you guys want me to talk about, specifically talk about, please Facebook message me. If you're on Remember Me Rescues Facebook page, which is great, please go to my Facebook page, Back to Basics Dog Training SC. It will definitely help you guys out more because I see those comments on my pages. I'll talk about rescue dogs next week. But if you guys give me the topic instead of me picking the topic of the week, that's even better because that's more relevant to you. So if you go to my Facebook page, Back to Basics Dog Training SC for South Carolina, like my page or follow my page, message me there, put comments on there. I will definitely talk about those subjects. I foster for the rescue. Beautiful. I'm assuming that's Remember Me Rescue. I'm not sure. You guys do a great job. I love seeing those stories. I'll put the links to my Facebook page up there for you guys to see, and from there we will. Not to my Facebook page, to my YouTube channel. Go in. I need subscribers, guys. Please, 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 please. On the Remember Me Rescues, I'll see if I can put my link to my Facebook page. I'm not saying don't. We love Michelle. Stay on her page. I will see the information quicker on my page than I do on her page. She gets so many more comments than I do on different things. She does a wonderful job. So it'll be easier for me to filter out the questions and the comments on my own page. So with that being said, guys, thank you for inviting me into your homes this Tuesday night and hopefully every Tuesday night after. Please share this information with your friends and family around the country and around the world so we can help me live my dream of together we can help one dog and one family at a time. As I said, as always, thank you for inviting me into your homes each and every week. Stay healthy, stay safe. God bless. Together, we can help one dog and one family at a time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. For those of you who join me Saturday morning, it'll be 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and we'll see you next Tuesday night. Have a great, great evening, guys.